Assalamualaikum dear students. Our today's topic for discussion is the star ducks. In today's lesson, we'll be discussing the title of the story Star Ducks. We'll be also discussing two questions based on reference to the context, and we will also discuss the characteristics of word referee. So let us start. Question: discuss the title of the story Star Ducks. Dear students, the story Star Ducks is about the extraterrestrials who are believed to have come from some distant planet onto the Earth for the exchange of their eggs. The people from space do not possess any specific language. They could peep into the minds of human beings and thereby form an opinion about them. 6 years before they visited the Alsops and started the trade of eggs with them. The eggs from space were unhatchable and uneatable. The shape of the eggs, or star ducks, were somehow like a little hippopotamus and swallow. Thus, the title Star Ducks seems apt and suitable. This was about the title of the story, The Star Ducks. Now, let us discuss two questions based on or reference to the context. Read the following lines and answer the questions that follow. Let me first read the lines and then we will try to solve the questions. We will try to answer the questions that follows after the text. Ward Rafferty sensed hawks as soon as he saw the Alsop place. There was no crowd of curious farmers standing around, no ambulance. Now, question number first is: who was Rafferty? Why was he at the Alsop place? Who was Rafferty? We know it that Mr. Rafferty was a reporter of the Times. He was at the Alsop place, as it had come to his notes that an aeroplane had cracked up there. So he had come here to get the facts of the incident. Right? Now, question number second: why was he expecting a crowd of people? Why was he expecting a crowd of people? Rafferty, that is the reporter of the Times, he was expecting a crowd of people because people are eager to see the plane crash. So that is why he was expecting a crowd of people. Now, part number C: what had actually happened there? What had actually happened there? Answer is: an airplane, spaceship had come down there. It was without wings. This was first question with reference to the context. Now, question number second. Let me read the text of this question. Do you know this is the most important things that has happened in the history of the world? Do you know this? Yes, it is. It is the biggest story in the world and it is happening to me. Do you understand? Question number first that follows after the text. Whose words are these? Who was he talking to? Whose words are these? Who was he talking to? These words are spoken by Ward Rafferty and they were spoken by Rafferty to Mr. Alsop. So these words are spoken by Rafferty to Mr. Alsop. Part number B. Part number B. What was the important event? What was the important event? The event was that Mr. Rafferty was flying through space. That was important event. The important event was that Mr. Rafferty was flying through space through a great white void. Through a great white void, right? What was the important event? The important event was that Mr. Rafferty was flying through the space through a great white void. Now, part number C. What did he want the listeners to give him? Did he get what he wanted? He wanted the listeners that he should be provided a telephone. He wanted the telephone. So but he did not get it because he wanted to phone to a gate to get a photographer. So, question: what did he want the listeners to give him? He wanted a telephone from the listeners. Did he get what he wanted? No, he did not got it. And he wanted to phone he wanted to phone so that he may get a photograph, so that he may get a photographer. So answer of this question is he wanted the telephone but he did not get it. He wanted to phone to get a photographer, right? So these were the two questions based on the reference to the context. We discussed them. So let me now give you tell me the let me tell you the character sketch of Ward Rafferty. Dear students, Rafferty was a top reporter of the Times newspaper. He was thoroughly professional, being a thoughtful and intelligent person. He was given an important assignment to find out the details about a spaceship that had landed near Alsop House. He had to find out whether the landing of the spaceship was a hoax or reality. The story, The Stardust, shows different dimensions of Rafferty's personality. He is proud, suspicious, shrewd, bold, intelligent, sensitive, adventurous fellow. He introduces himself as "I am Rafferty of the Times." That shows how proud he is. He at once understands he once He at once understands that a hoax was being played upon him when he reached Alsop House, but finds no crowd of curious farmers there. Though his intelligence and skill, he is able to collect the information about the wingless spaceship. The alien couple was introduced to him by Miss Alsop, who had come down on Earth to take eggs to stars. Rafferty puts us in a lot of suspense and tries his best to collect more and more information about these strangers. He thinks that it was the most important story in the history, and at that time that was taking place with him. Considering the hoax a reality, he tried his best to give some authenticity to his experience with strangers by demanding a camera from Alsop and further tried to call his office, which shows his curiosity for his profession. Slowly the story went off his hands, but he still tried to know about the eggs which these strangers have exchanged with Alsop. Rafferty has lived up to his good name like a skillful journalist. He has been able to attract our attention to an account of unimportant things. Thank you very much.